look at another pathway we can go. We suck a tick in the back, but it's the same setup. So from our position, I had the collar, I had my De La Riva hook in. We switched to underhook De La Riva. We worked out the lapel, and then we passed it from our right hand to our left hand. And we take the time to feed it, because we talked about how if Crippy postures from there, that lapel is going right around his neck. You know, so it's as good as a hand on the collar. Okay, just posture, bro. If I'm really struggling, I can double up on that, really posture. You know, so we can control the posture, we can control the rotation of his knee, even with my De La Riva hook out. The lapel wrapped around, controlling the inside and outside space. Nothing's changed. I'm still going back to the collar. It makes it easier to create the weight shift. So some of you guys were, when I made the hook, when I pulled and pushed, some of you guys were staying on that foot. They were staying on the foot and turning their right knee down. So they're actually dropping.
Don't do it, me.
Not. I'll actually use, who was doing it? Reese. Reese was the troublemaker. Better look at that. Good call, Crippy. So we're here, we're in our position. So work out the lapel, pass it from my right hand to my left hand. Take your time on the feet on that. Alright? I want them bent over. So I make the hook, right? When I load them onto me, and then I push away, sometimes he'll keep that leg straight and then he drops this knee down. But if he drops this knee down, he's showing me his back. I can see his back, so I'm obviously not going to go for that move. If I can see his back, look, I just let his knee drop down and my hook's already in. So it's just a butt scoop and we're in the same move. So from a defensive position, it would be better to not drop the lead knee down. You want to keep, because he wants distance and he wants to keep his back away from me. Thanks, bro. I'll just use my baby. So whether that happens, you know, you're not trying to push square pegs into round holes. That's a bad saying. Round pegs into square holes might be better. I don't know. So we just go with the flow, whatever presents itself. But a lot of time when we're playing this, and I feed the lapel from my right hand to my left hand, and I make that collar grip, a lot of people will drop to the knee. It makes it harder for me to get underneath him. Makes it harder even for X-guard and things. So dropping to that knee and keeping this leg straight. If his leg is straight, I can't see his back. So his back's safer. So it's the same setup. I'm back to the collar again. I'm going to bring that leg. I disengage the De La Riva hook and I turn my knee and my shin down. Nothing's changed. Obviously we can go for the back take from this position. But the triangle's there, right? From there I can start to feed this over and basically pull Crippy into the triangle trap, and then we looked at finishing from that. That is one option, which we covered in the early parts of this mesocycle when we were attacking the front side, the Jenga pit stop. So a lot of stuff, when you get them to that position with the lapel, you can still do the same stuff. But let's look at another pathway. So from De La Riva, I switch to underhook De La Riva. I take the lapel, I pass it from my right hand to my left hand, getting the feed so he's bent over, make the hook, hand back on the collar, create the weight shift, I hook it, and then I push it to get him down to the knee. Bring my shin into the lad, my knees turn down, we can pass the leg over, come to our knees, we can get to the back is an option. If from here, I'm trying to bring this over his shoulder and Crippy's like kind of walking away. So I feel I just don't have the profile to get it. He's nearly too far away. Another thing I can do is I can bring this leg to the far hip and pull myself in and grab the pants. Now I'm going to bring my hips close to Crippy and turn my hip to sit him onto his butt. Once I'm there, I let go of this grip, plant my foot on the mat, turn my hip, and now I just hit him with my hip. Hip bumping up to here. And now I'm coming. Look at that again. Again. to get that sweep, you're going to have to get their hands off the mat from this position to their butt. But you're going to work the turn of your hip and the connection of getting your hips close to theirs. But it is a pathway that is possible. So from underhook de la Riva, switching to lapel de la Riva, getting that feed, make the hook back to the collar grip, the pull and the push. Okay. Bring my shin in, start to go for the triangle. Crippy will probably try to walk away. The minute he walks away, there's no way my right foot is just not going to get the bite over his shoulder. So I bring it down to the hip and I pull myself in and physically grab the pants of the inside of the far knee. Notice the way his weight is on his hands. If I could close guard from here, I can nearly hit him on my hips. See the way I've dropped him down? But now to get up, I turn my hip and plant my right foot on the mat, and I'm hip bumping this way. Okay. As I come up, I'm dropping my leg down, so I drop into mount. You need to watch the angle in coming up so that your leg doesn't get stuck underneath them as you go from mount. Just get another angle on that. But it's a similar theme to the hip bump sweep. So from our position here, switch to underhook de la Riva, switch to lapel underhook de la Riva. Good. Make the hook, the pull, the push to create the weight shift. And now from there, that de la Riva hook comes out, and I turn in my shin. Okay, once I'm there, I'm looking for that triangle. He walks away, that foot comes back to the hip, and now I'm pulling myself underneath him and grabbing the inside of the pants, as if I'm really pulling him into close guard. From there, I'm going to let go of the pants and turn my hip, and now I'm hitting him with my hips at this angle. So as I come up, I can let go of the lapel, switch my base into mount. Just one more time on that. There's a lot in that as well. So we're here, underhook de la Riva, lapel, underhook de la Riva, create the weight shift, leg comes over as in the last move, look for the triangle, his reaction is to walk back, that foot comes over the far hip. Harness on the collar, comes inside and I'm grabbing the pants, and then I kind of pull myself into mount. If you don't get him till his butt, if you're trying to hip bump him and his hands is on the mat, you're going to give yourself a hernia. Notice the way I'm on my right hip, I turn onto my left hip, and now I'm coming up this way. As I hit him on my hip, I let go of the lapel, turn my knee down, and we're into mount.